Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Tittle Tattle Tarot. It's Georgie. So today I am looking at a little report I heard from Neil Sean, and he mentioned that Harry was trying to take credit for the Heads Together mental health campaign. And I just wanted to see, because this is all over the internet anyway, you know, if you search back, you can well see that it was Catherine's idea and William sort of backed her on it. And Catherine took this idea to the Queen and got it approved by the Queen. Very much her brainchild. And yet Harry is hijacking it and saying it was his. It was his brainchild. So we all know what Harry's like, you know, coming up with these stories about things that he's done that he didn't actually do. But I want to get it from the tarot's perspective. You know, we know why he does it, but it's just interesting to have the tarot's take on all of this. So Heads Together was developed in May 2016, as I say, by Catherine, the Princess of Wales. And then she was the Duchess of Cambridge, and Prince William was very much behind it, thought that it was a brilliant idea. They went to the Queen, got her to approve it. Well, they didn't have to get her to approve it. She thought that it was a great idea. And they brought Harry into it. Excuse me. And so, you know, that's basically the tale of Heads Together, how it all started. Harry, as I say, is hijacking this and saying that it was his little baby. I'm going to pull a Celtic cross and just see what the cards will tell us all about the way Harry is thinking about this. So the cross, every position is going to be what goes through Harry's mind trying to claim this. And we'll see what the cards reveal. So I hope you're having a good day, and I should point out that this is all for entertainment. I don't think I need to do a disclaimer because, you know, it's all out there. This was not Harry's brainchild. This was Catherine's brainchild. The only thing that I probably need to do a disclaimer on is the opinion, which is of the cards, not my opinion, just a set of tarot cards. Okay, so let's have a little look and see what we can find out with these Deviant Moon. There you go, Knight of Cups in reverse coming out as a flipper. Knight of Cups in reverse. Mentally unstable, giving out messages that are not full of love, messages that are the opposite of full of love. Unpleasant character, basically. So that flipped out. So let's just get this Celtic cross going. So we're going to start off with the central energy. As always, I'm just going to get everything down on the table, then we'll talk about it. Oh, God. Okay. Okay, so this is all sort of from Harry's point of view, why he's doing this, how he's doing it, and his motives behind this, because if you go back through any Google search and you put in Heads Together, you will clearly see that it was Catherine, and she very much believed in this, and it was her baby, not the other ones. Okay, so right in the center we've got here the Death card. So I'm taking this as, I'm claiming this as mine because this will be my new beginning. This will sow the seed in people's mind that it was me, and I'll squash Catherine down. Here he is. Here he is, in the guise of one of his deceased polo ponies, with a horse skull, looking very menacing, squashing down Catherine, who he sees as a much smaller figure, of no consequence. This wasn't her, it was me, and I'll use this as a new start, like the phoenix coming up out of the ashes. This will be my new start, and we'll set it out there, and this will become the new truth, my truth, that I started this. So here's his new start. A new start, not from the Joker, not from the Fool, but from death, which is a very different energy, of course, to, you know, the Fool, which is full of life and joy. This is no, not good. And then crossing it, we have the Knight of Wands. Yes, he wants to appear to be this passionate, there we go, that's what's crossing it, and it is upright. He wants to appear to be this passionate prince, the one with the ideas, the one with the motivation, the one who came up with this wonderful idea. Everybody followed him. The Knight of Wands, the one, the passion. Look at this. This is so important to me. Look what I've gone and done. People follow me because I have this passionate cause, and I'm going to get on my funny old beetle, and I'm going to send this wonderful cause out to the world. And William and Catherine, well, they can scuttle behind me and follow me. It was my passion. It was me. Because in the head, the top of the situation, what's in his head? All the stuff that's gone wrong. And then you've got Meghan behind him, sort of pointing the finger. This will forever for me be Meghan pointing at him. You've got to do something to make people like you, to make people buy the book, to, you know, make people look at us and look at me most particularly like we're people to be admired. You've got to do that. And he's got his fingers in his ears looking down at what's gone wrong. And this is like his way of dealing. It's kind of damage limitations. All this rubbish has gone wrong here. And he's got a couple of cups here. And one of those cups is the Heads Together campaign. He's thinking, oh, well, if I can just hold on to something and pretend that it's mine, then, you know, it'll take focus off all the stuff that's gone wrong. And she's saying to him, you know, you've got to find a way of projecting yourself in a better way, you know, for people to admire you. You've got to do that. So, you know, he's sort of doing some damage limitation in his mind here, because at the root of it, the Magician in reverse, because people have seen through him. You know, the Magician, the right way up, he manifests things. And, you know, you could say it is a bit sneaky. It's like the Magician that has the cups with the ball, and you keep your eye on it. He's moving the cups around, and you never get it right because the Magician's very sneaky. But he doesn't, on the whole, the Magician doesn't do things to be cruel, but he does manifest things in a very sort of crafty way very often. But when he's upside down, people have seen how the cups and the ball work. They see that, you know, it is all a big deception, and this is at the root of it all. They've seen through all the jiggery-pokery and all the deceit. So that's at the bottom of the situation. And the past, well, of course, it's a tower. The book was a disaster. Netflix was a disaster. All these things that have just, I mean, being the chimpo for whatever he's chimpo of, I can't remember. But none of it's worked. None of it's worked. And it's all just been a total tower. So that's in the past. So he thinks to himself, right, I've got to come up with something that I can protect in the future. So here he is in the Ace of Wands, and he's got his wand here, and he's going to try and put up barriers and protect this mental health campaign that was started all the way back in 2016, this Heads Together campaign. I'm going to fight for this and put my stamp on it. Fight for it and say, this was mine. You're crossing a boundary if you don't think this was mine, because I developed it. It wasn't those two. It was me. And I'm going to fight for this because everything else has gone wrong. So going up the outside of this, his thoughts, look at it. Look at it. Now, I've said to you before, this is very much the money card. Quite often comes up as a royal family card, but this is what he wants. This is his desire, this bottom card. He wants the opulence, the money. Look how beautifully dressed these merchants are, and they're playing chess, and very, very opulent, wealthy card. But underneath, as I always say with this card, look, you've got the person underneath the table who's supporting all this opulent lifestyle. And what I didn't really look at before, I've used this card before and I've said, and you've got the palace in the background. When I carefully looked at this, of course, you haven't got the palace in the background. You've got the factory. You've got the workers. This isn't a palace. And the more I look at it, the more I see, you know, chimneys and factories. These two very opulent people, Harry and Meghan, are trying to make their wealth, their money, their castle, their Montecito mansion off the back of people, off the back of ordinary working people, spinning them lies, you know, putting their lovely gold chessboard on top of people. This whole existence is built on the little people, if you like, because I'm sure that's the way they see us. So it doesn't matter if they've got to lie. They're hoping that he'll come up with this. It was my idea. And in some strange world, because he said it, it will be the truth. And it will help lead to, you know, a much greater, richer existence for them, a better way of people looking at them. But it's all built on fantasy. It's all built on lies. And so how other people see it, what do other people think? Well, they look at it and the four of coins, the four of pentacles, they see the greed in it. Greed. I'm hanging on to whatever money I've got and any money I can get because I need it. It's not just greed financially. It's just that horrible greedy persona, that nasty, I'm not giving anyone any credit. These pentacles, that was somebody else's credit, but I'm going to hang on to that. This is my time. This is my credit. I'm stealing it. Look how he's looking behind him. I'm stealing this from them, and I'm not going to give them any credit. Does he ever give anybody any credit? And this is the core of this one's nature, to take all the limelight, to take all the praise, and anything that goes wrong to blame it on somebody else. So people see this. And the universe, what does the universe say about this? Justice in a reverse. It's not right, it's not fair, it's not true. That's what the universe says. And to be honest with you, when the universe says things like that, the universe has plans for you. So let's leave it at that. But the swords are down. These are lies. Not only is it not just and not fair, it is outright lies. He's got two swords and they're pointing down. And no, not fair, not right, not true. And that's coming from the universe. And so the final thing that we have up here, what a miserable creature this is. The King of Cups in reverse. The King of Cups upright. Lovely energy, you know, a very sort of you might even say, whether you like King Charles or not, King Charles is a Scorpio, water sign. I think that he is trying to be as diplomatic as possible. He certainly had no harsh words. That is not their way anyway. But, you know, whether you like Charles or not, and whether you think he's weak or not, I mean, water can be a weak sign, but I'm losing the point here, really. The King of Cups is a kind person. Fundamentally, in his core, he's kind. So make that what you will. But we have the King of Cups in reverse. So this is Harry in reverse. What I won't say evil, but what a horrible energy. As I say, you know, it's uncompassionate, uncaring, doesn't care what anybody else thinks. He's going to make up this story, put it out there as the truth, and it doesn't matter who he hurts. At the moment, he has no compassion. This is a man with no compassion. So this is what the cards are telling me about this whole fairy story about heads together, being Harry's idea. It's all really to try and get his image a little bit better, to try and fight fires, basically. All the stuff that's gone wrong, the fact that people see through him, the fact that people know that he's just mean and takes all the credit, tries to take all the credit for things that he hasn't done in every walk of life. But the ultimate thing for him is the universe saying, no, you're lying, it's unfair. And when the universe says that, you must listen, because the universe has a plan for you. And then the King of Cups in reverse. Well, what a miserable existence this man has. There's no love in his life. So, my dears, that is what I take on Harry claiming that the Heads Together campaign was his and not giving credit to Catherine. How easy would it have been, and how lovely would he have looked if he'd have just come out and said, oh, you know, my sister-in-law, she did this, and what a great idea, and I was honoured to be part of it. Now that would have given him so much kudos, but he cannot see it. It isn't in his nature to give credit in a loving way to anyone. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you to Neil Sean for covering the original story and just giving me the idea to do this. And you have a fantastic day, and hopefully I'll be back again tomorrow with another one. Thank you. Bye-bye.